Namaskar viewers, I welcome all of you on your own YouTube channel Astro Journey a Divine Voice. Viewers, in continuation to our free Brigunandi Nadi course, today we will discuss about the various combination formed by Saturn, the significator of profession in your birth chart by taking up some example horoscopes. In these horoscopes, we will discuss how the various combinations with Saturn affects the professional and personal life of the native, and various combinations how they are helpful in destine a person into a particular profession. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Before starting our discussion, I would like to request all my viewers to please like, share, and subscribe this channel and support our channel so that we can provide this information free of cost to every astrology lover or the person who is passionate about learning astrology, especially Brigunandinadi. Friends, see, if we take this example horoscope here, you see Saturn is making a trine connection with Mercury and Rahu. Okay. Now, Rahu is illusion. Mercury is significator of intellect. Saturn is significator of your profession or the main karmas in your life, where what kind of uh, deeds you are going to perform in your life. As per Brigunandinadi, here we are talking Brigunandinadi, and prime connection is very important in Brigunandinadi. So here you see this, if this combination also includes moon, like moon is 7th, 5th, or 9th to this combination, it indicates that native will exercise his intellectual abilities for fraud. He will do such a work or profession where he will try to fool people, try to fraud people. Like he's selling something and giving some misinformation and selling his product, but later on the people will feel cheated. There are so many cases you will see in your day-to-day life where you are watching an advertisement and a loud claims are made by the companies regarding their products, but when the when the consumer use that products, they feel that they fail to meet their expectations. Like a person who is selling insurance, he or she gives false information to the consumer just for the sake to earn some commission or profit by selling dot products which don't fit into customers requirement. This is also kind of fraud where you are not giving the right information and hiding the facts and figures so that the client or the customer may buy your products and later on feels that he's being fooled by the person. So this, like the person is involved in such a things where he's tricking people in selling his products or earning his livelihood. Okay. Now, in second example, you see Saturn is making a trine connection with Rahu, Venus, and Moon. Okay, Jupiter is in the Scorpio sign, which is retrograde. Okay, now Moon is change, Rahu is illusion, and Venus represents women, fertile women, luxury, and money and finances. So when we combined all these things, what we will conclude that the native, here Rahu also signifies uh, immense lot of wealth, amplifies. Okay, so here the person will gather a lot of wealth, a massive wealth, by financial activities. He will not do justice or on not exercise honesty while he is working. He will trick others, scheme others, fraud others to attain that wealth. And at the same time, the person will also include into flirting with opposite sex at his birthplace. No, sorry, at his professional place, office place. He will be indulged in a lot of flirting and other legitimate relations with opposite sex. Okay. In this third example, you see Saturn is making a trine connection with Mars, Ketu, and Moon. See, in this sign, Saturn is profession, Mars is destiny breaker, Ketu also detach somebody, and Moon is change. So there are a lot of barriers in his professional life. Saturn is surrounded by such planets which indicates lot of changes, breaks, and detachment. So what it will result? It will result like native will leave his job, wander in non-beneficials or petty jobs he will do, like a half-baked sannyasi, and keep wandering here and there, working on minimal or very nominal wages from one place to another place. Okay. Now you see in this example chart, fourth example chart, Saturn is making a trine connection with Sun, Mars, and Mercury. Lagna is occupied by the Moon. First house is occupied by the Moon, or you can say Moon is in Aries, Ketu is in Taurus. Okay. Now you see in this example chart, Saturn is making a exchange with Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aquarius, Saturn is in Pisces. So as this Saturn progresses, it meets with Moon, the incremental planets towards Saturn, and Ketu. Ketu again, detachment, Moon means change. But due to the exchange between the Jupiter and Saturn, and you see Sun, Mars, and Mercury are in Gemini. So there is a trine connection or between Sun, Mars, and Mercury. So you see the initially the native will acquire a government job, as Sun is the significator of government. Mars also, when combined with the Sun and getting the influence of Jupiter, all are friendly planets. It exercises authority, influence, signifies all these things. Mercury, intellect. So the native will be so intelligent that he will get an authoritarian job in government sector with the government. Okay, but due to the Saturn in his journey is meeting Moon. Moon is second to Saturn, which is influencing 75% of influence on Saturn. And Ketu is third from Saturn and is making a kind of 3-7-11 connection with the Saturn, is influencing 50% on Saturn. So here the native will acquire a job, and later on, due to his frustration or overburden, he will quit his job, he or she. Then the native will be benefited through the land gains, through the cultivation, farming, agriculture, because Saturn is aspected by Moon and Ketu in successive signs. And you see Saturn is making a trine connection with Sun, Mars, and Mercury. Mercury also represents gains in land. So you see that combination of different planets with Saturn is affecting the professional life or changing the professionals in the native's life. How these planets are affecting the Saturn, the significator of your karmas of your professional career life. Okay. In this fifth example, you see Saturn is making a trine connection with Venus. And in the next house from Venus, there is Ketu in Cancer sign. Saturn is in Aquarius, Venus is in Gemini. So this indicates in his profession, the native will earn a lot of wealth. But you see, Venus also signifies the wife of the native. And Ketu is detachment. But it indicates the wife will have poor health or the native will not get enough happiness or no happiness in his family life, or you can say his family, the native will feel the happiness in his family life is drained out. In this example horoscope, you will see Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Mercury are in Capricorn sign. Ketu is placed in Cancer sign. Okay. Saturn is in Leo, fifth house. And Rahu is in 12th Pisces. Ketu, Mars, and Moon are in 6th house in Virgo. Here you see Venus is in Capricorn in south direction. Like this is Earth Trikon 2, 6, and 10. It signifies south direction. Okay. Ketu is at 17.5 degree. Almost Ketu is Ketu and Mars degree is almost same. And Venus is 12 degree. So you can, as this Ketu Mars making a trine connection to the Venus. And they are degree wise near to Venus. So this combination is affecting the Venus significator of wife. Okay, so this, you can read this combination as Venus, Ketu, and Mars. Okay, Ketu is between the Venus and Mars. Venus represents the wife. Ketu is a detaching planet, detachment, making a detachment. Mars is destiny breaker, and Mars and Ketu are integral to each other. Here you will see there is no happiness in family life of the native. But on the other hand, if you see, Saturn is in Leo in eastern direction, and you see Jupiter and Mercury, Sun, all these planets are in south direction. See, this Dharma Trikon signifies east direction, 159. Next house, 2, 6, 10. This Earth Trikon signifies south direction. So in the successive signs to Saturn, there are Venus, Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury. What it indicates? It indicates that native will enjoy immense wealth, lot of wealth, tremendous wealth and fortunes through wife or after getting married. But happiness and availability in family life is very poor. Besides that, native's wife will be a chronic patient. She will suffer from some chronic disease. This is the way how we can put together various significance according to the combination found in one's horoscope and can come to a conclusions like what is going to happen in native's life and what is promised in the native's horoscope. Okay. In this example horoscope, you see Saturn, Rahu, and Venus are in Pisces, Sun and Mercury are in Sagittarius, and entwined to Saturn, Venus, and Rahu, there is Mars in Scorpio, Moon is in Cancer. So, if you see Moon, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, or Venus, and making a trine connection. Here you see the native is a doctor and anesthetist. When they inject a person before any operation procedure, the native goes into sleep or lost his senses. A kind of state of illusion is there for the native. Here you see the Saturn indicates work is with the exalted Venus and with Rahu. Mars is ninth from Pisces. Saturn is aspected by the Jupiter. Okay. Now, there is question by a lot of subscribers, lot of people, that what is the effect of aspect from Jupiter? Like Jupiter in Vedic astrology, it is told that Jupiter is having three aspects like 5, 7, and 9. And it is Amrita Drishti, beneficial Drishti. It is natural benefic planet. Why? And how it changes the course of life. Now you see, there are so many malefics are there, but just the aspect of Jupiter changes the entire picture. Now the native is instead of like if instead of this, that native is doing some drugs or some alcoholism or anything else in bad habits, but native is a doctor anesthetist, like he is using all these drugs that gives illusion to a person for the benefit of humanity. Okay. Therefore, you see Sun, Venus, Rahu, and Moon are aspected by the Jupiter from the seventh aspect. Moon is not included, sorry, but there is a 3, 7, 11 connection between Moon and Jupiter. And if you see one more thing, I would like to tell you, Sun, Mercury is in Sagittarius, and Saturn, Rahu, and Venus is in Pisces. The lord of both these signs are Jupiter. So you can say Saturn, Rahu, Venus, Sun, Mercury are having a relation in some way. This is called depositor theory. Jupiter is depositor of Saturn, Rahu, and Venus, and Sun, Mercury. And interesting thing, second interesting thing is in this horoscope is there is an exchange between Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter in Virgo, Mercury is in Sagittarius. So Jupiter is a guide, Mercury is learning, intelligent, Sun is also included, makes a person highly intelligent. And the person who can use his capabilities for the benefit of community, society, or masses. Okay. Ketu is a flag. When somebody is a doctor, that person is looked upon with a lot of respect in the society. It means the profession in which the native is working or doing something, There he will hoist his flag. He will be looked upon with a lot of respect by the others. Okay. So, and one more technique I will like to tell you. If Saturn is making a combination, one more criteria for being a doctor, this Sun is the lord of the fifth, Mercury is the lord of the sixth. Sixth is Roga Rena Ripu, disease, loans, and enemies. But as this Sun is 12th from the sixth, it uh, uh, it is of salvation from the disease. Okay. When the lord of the sixth and fifth are making a combination and Saturn is also included, it is also one of the sign, one of the indications for a doctor. Ketu, detach, salvation. Like Ketu in this combination, doctor frees a person from disease. This is the job of the doctor. Ketu frees somebody, gives him or her salvation. Okay. So Saturn is karma, Venus is secret knowledge of medicines, Moon is mind, Rahu is illusion, Maya. Therefore, the work of the native is connected with something secret. Maya, moksha. Moksha means freedom, salvation. And the aspect of Jupiter uh, helps in channelizing the energy of the horoscope for the benefit of the masses, for a noble person, and the doctor person is a doctor. So friends, these are the example charts through which we had experienced or discussed about the effect of other planets upon Saturn. I hope this information will help you in practicing astrology and learning Brigunandi Nadi. If you like our work, please like, share, and subscribe this channel. Namaskar.